Hello everyone, JDev, creator of the JDev Entertainment Network, has returned once again to give you precisely what you want, which of course would be more of me, because I'm in such high demand, and I'm really all you need. Giving you gals and guys another Walking Dead Season 10 episode recap video. Yes, Walking Dead. I know it's not Sunday night at 8 o'clock or after 8, but little helpful hint, if you purchase the AMC Premiere app, or if you log into AMC.com and go to AMC Premiere, you can actually watch the Walking Dead episodes 48 hours earlier on Friday nights at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time for a small fee, again, of $4.99. And you can cancel it anytime, so keep it until Walking Dead's over with, or keep it for however long you want, but it's nice to be able to watch Walking Dead early, get the recaps done early. I've waited a while. It gives me time to think about the episode a little bit more than I usually would. Instead of rushing to do a recap, I can think, I can really gather my thoughts and give you guys a solid review of the episode. So I would highly recommend it. And if you do, that's awesome. Watch this recap. But if you don't, I highly suggest that you don't watch this recap to avoid any forthcoming spoilers, and let's not spoil it for the people that haven't watched the episode as well. And there's 4 things I need you to do before you watch this video, or after, or during watching this video. I need you to like this video, so hit that like button. I need you to share this video. Share it with as many people as you want. Just click on share and start sending the video away. Make sure you hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel and join the team, and make sure you leave a comment telling me what you thought about the episode and your overall score of the episode. I always do the same thing, just so I can kind of see where other people are at with this. So let's get started. Beware of spoilers. Walking Dead Season 10, Episode number 9. The title of the episode was called Squeeze, and we start out with Daryl, Carol, Connie, Kelly, Jerry, Aaron, and Magna, all in the cave, kind of standing around with flashlights. I don't recall if they had flashlights in the last episode, but they did in this one. And all of a sudden, somebody's like, look up there. And they look, and Alpha is standing there high above them. Carol sees Alpha and has this like really weird scream. And then we go to the intro and all that. They come back with them, standing around with their flashlights, and they start to jump to different boulders across a bunch of hands of walkers. These walkers in this episode, why there were a bunch of them, they were not intimidating at all. Like there was no risk of danger, in my opinion, with these walkers. Like they were basically useless in the episode, just my opinion. So they jumped to different boulders to get away from where they were. There's a couple, parts where people kind of jump to the side of the rock and their feet get grabbed, but nobody gets bitten, at least not that I'm aware of. Kelly has a close call. That's probably the closest call we had. So they get to another place in the cave, and then they kind of congregate around there and talk, and Daryl tells Carol that she's out of control and that she needs to calm down and stop trying to end all be all sort of thing. Then we see Negan talking to Beta. Well, Beta talking to Alpha, actually. Negan's there as well, eventually. And Alpha's trying to figure out why the members, the survivors, knew where the herd was going to be. Because they looked down the cliff that Alpha had her big herd. And they don't know. Negan recommends it might not be her number one, because Frankenstein's monster is definitely loyal. That's Beta. But maybe Gamma might be her. Who knows? So Alpha tells Gamma that because of the survivors around that border finding the cliff, that she wants them to know that she's pissed. So that's what they do. Hang on a quick second, everyone. That was a weird noise. I don't know what the hell that was. So we find out, or Beta finds out, that Gamma didn't go to the border people around that area, and they don't know where Gamma went. So Beta's pissed. Eventually, Alpha goes back to Negan and tells him that he was right. More on that later. So we go back to our cave. They find a big area where they're just chilling in, and then they're looking for another area. This cave wasn't that great. I thought it was going to be a really suspenseful episode, but I wasn't in suspense at all. Sorry, I like The Walking Dead just as much as anybody, but this episode I have major problems with. They start crawling through parts of the cave to get to another part. Jerry gets stuck, of course, and then we see walkers crawling in there as well. So Jerry has to avoid the walkers, and he can't move. He's stuck. We see them biting on his shoes, and they play the sad music. And then they tell Jerry to take his armor off, and Jerry crawls through eventually. So other than a couple bite marks on his shoe, which it didn't penetrate through skin or anything, I think Jerry's going to be all right. And another fake out for the Walking Dead. Nose itches all of a sudden. So that was that. They eventually see some light in the cave. More on that in a second. So we go back to Alpha and Negan, and I might be going out of order a little bit. I'm just trying to remember from what I saw in the episode. Like I said, Alpha tells Negan he was right, or she believes him to be right, based on what Beta told her about Gamma. And she eventually wants him to go somewhere with her. So she's like, go forward, keep walking. So Negan walks, keeps turning around while talking. She's like, keep walking, no talking. And Negan's like, that's kind of what I do. And then there's a part where she's like, stop. Negan's like, okay. And she's like, take off your clothes. And Negan starts to freak out, like, what the fuck? I'm going to get killed with my naked. So eventually Negan's naked. Well, he has his socks on, we find out. And then Alpha says, turn around. And Negan's really worried, like, what is she going to do when she turns around? Come with a sword and cut his head off? He turns around. Alpha has her mask on, but that's all she has on. All her clothes are off, too, except for her socks as well. You know, got to protect those feet from those the ground and stuff. So they start making out eventually, and we're led to believe that they get it on. And pretty interesting stuff. You know, I must say, I'm not sure what Negan's going to do this season. I have no idea how this season's going to end for him because, spoiler alert, when Maggie comes back at the end of the season, her and Negan can't coexist. When he was in the cell and she left him alone after she was going to kill him, that's because he was more damaged in that cell than he'd ever be dead. But now that he's, like, back to being Negan again, I don't see a way where them two can coexist at all. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I have a feeling Negan might be leaving the show to do something else because we know Maggie's going to be back next year as a series regular. So that's that. So our group members are getting out of the cave one by one. Kelly gets out, and then Daryl gets out. Carol gets out. Before Daryl gets out, or when Kelly gets out, there's some whisperers that run over to the hole that she's climbing out of, and she's got to kind of fend off a bunch of whisperers. And she does. She does really good, actually. And then Aaron gets out after her, I believe, and helps out. Aaron actually has some really cool walker kills with his hand that has spikes all over it in this episode. So that's pretty cool. As I said, Daryl and Carol get out. And then Magna and Connie are going to get out. And then Magna decides to go back further into the cave because there's some skins or some whisperers that she wants to take care of. And Connie follows her, so they start fighting those off. Jerry, meanwhile, he's holding this thing that's falling down. This whole time he's been holding it since everybody's been trying to get out. And they say, Jerry, come on, let's go. So Jerry gets out, and when he gets out, all of a sudden there was some dynamite in the cave. I didn't touch on that. And Carol was messing with it, and Daryl told her not to. But, you know, piles of rocks were falling on the dynamite. Well, part of it explodes, and everything falls on the hole and down in the cave. And we're led to believe that we've lost Connie and Magna. Daryl's sad. Kelly's sad. Daryl immediately crawls back over to the pile of rocks where the hole was that they climbed out of and starts, grabbing rocks and pulling them off. He's like, help me! Help me! And Aaron's like, it's going to take too long. And we're led to believe that Connie and Magna are dead. I have problems with that. There's no way that they killed them like that. First of all, yes, they were inside the cave and you saw rubble come down, but we didn't see it come down behind them. Now, they're kind of copying Game of Thrones season 8, episode number 5, where the same thing happens to Jaime and Cersei, but rubble all around them is falling. Myself at least, I didn't see rubble fall behind them. So I'm pretty sure that Connie and Magna are going to be all right. I hope so. I've heard rumors about this season, especially this episode, that Connie wasn't going to make it out alive, but that scene there, she's not dead. There's no way. But anyway, the end of the episode, after Daryl's done trying to pull the rocks off the thing, Carol tells him, go ahead and say it. Just say it to me. You're right about everything. Just say it. Oh, please. You cared about her, and now she's gone because of me. Please just say it. And we hear the sad music, and Daryl's like, whatever. So Daryl eventually says, go on, go, to Aaron, Carol, Jerry, and Kelly. And Aaron's like, where are you going? He's like, well, they got out some way, the Whisperers, and he's going to find the other way into the cave. So that's the episode. I don't think I'm leaving anything out. I really don't think Magna and Connie are dead yet. I could be wrong, but it doesn't look like it does. This whole, the thing is, though, if they are dead, the episode was kind of pointless. Them going in the cave in the previous episode, and then this episode was very pointless because nothing really happened. So maybe one of them dies. We'll see that next week. Who knows? But I'm going to score the episode a 7.8. I think this wasn't that great of a return from a break where we didn't even have Fear the Walking Dead. So we were missing out on Walking Dead for a while here. So it was kind of tough. No Z Nation, no Walking Dead. No, I know there's a couple other zombie shows that are on Netflix. I haven't got a chance to watch any of them. So, yeah, 7.8 out of 10. I'm just upset about Magna and Connie supposedly dying. The Negan stuff was interesting. I have no idea where they're going to go with Negan. So, make sure you guys do what I asked for. Like the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, and make sure you comment along with your overall score of the episode, if you could. And, of course, JW will be back again soon with another piece.